And we are live. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. How are you all doing on this Friday? I hope you're doing great. So, yes, hello. Welcome back to day 55. It's day 55 of our 90-day success challenge. And yes, I'm so grateful you're here with me. Whether you're joining live or catching the replay, this space is such a blessing. And every time you show up, it really matters. And thank you so much. So, yes, before I dive into today's topic, let me introduce myself. My name is Daisy. I'm a mentor and a business coach in our online community. I help parents or anyone wants to start their own online businesses. So yes, and I am also mom of three gorgeous kids. I used to be a pastry chef. Now I am a full-time digital business owner. So yeah, that's about me. Let's move on to our topic for today, which is um, sharing something about myself. So yeah, I'd love to share something that I never really talk about before, a personal milestone that's close to my heart and reminds me just how far I've come. So, learning how to drive. So, yeah, that's my driving journey equals freedom. So, from fear to freedom. So, it wasn't until I moved here in Ireland that I got behind the wheel for the first time. Back in the Philippines, we didn't have a car growing up. And honestly, I had never even touched a steering wheel before. But I was always curious, right? I used to watch my grand aunt's son drive us to school, or sometimes my father drives that car or someone else's car, and I always watch him. How on earth do they do that? So yeah, like I said, I always get watch them and fascinated and wondering what it is or how on earth they do that. So fast forward to here, living in Ireland with my partner and my three children. Both of us started learning to drive around the same time. So I remember those early lessons vividly. I sat behind the wheel and boom, the instructor told me to drive right away. I was like, what? So I was shaking inside. I had zero experience, right? As you can imagine. And suddenly I was on the road. But I did it anyway, because I wanted to learn and because I needed to grow, right? Here in Ireland, you must complete 12 driving lessons, right? And of course, pass the theory test first before you can take driving lessons. So yeah, I did that theory test first, which I did pass, and yes, with flying colors. So, but the journey wasn't smooth, right? I had to take a break from lessons, even lessons on my own, due to my pregnancy with our second child. And when I finally took my first driving test, unfortunately, I didn't pass because I had to rush it. Um, for some reason, I had to rush. I had to take the test, but yeah, I didn't pass that. So, of course, I was disappointed. But I didn't really expect to pass. I was just hoping. But yeah, like I knew it wasn't the end. So I came back months later with a baby in one arm and more determination on the other. And guess what? I passed, right? And so why this story matters to me, why am I sharing this? So learning to drive was more than just a skill, right? It was a shift in my mindset. Although I've always wanted to do it. Hello sa akong 1 million viewers. How are you? Kumusta? And thank you for tuning in. So yeah, like I said, why am I sharing this story? Learning to drive. Hi, Ate Jerry. Kumusta? So yeah, learning to drive was more than just a skill. It was a shift in my mindset. Like I said, I knew I wanted to drive before, or I kind of always wanted it. But yeah, so I went from someone who didn't believe she could drive, you know, because it was just gone out of my head, right? And you know, when you're busy, but so so being the only reason my partner learned how to drive too. So and guess what? His job is now a bread delivery man. So yep, we joke that I bake and he delivers. So yeah, we started obviously with a very tiny car. It's a 1.2 cc Opel Corsa brand. Then we upgraded it to Toyota seven-seater, and there's another one because we just bought like really second-hand one and um, really cheap one, and you can say it's not even quality, right? But that's all we can afford, and now we drive a family car. I once only dream of truly a manifestation, you know, out of nowhere. I drove my dream car. So yeah, I still remember the days when I'd push a pram full of groceries in the cold rain, bags hanging everywhere, waiting for a bus because, like, you know, we didn't have our own car. Now I hop in the car, kids buckled in, and we go. And living in countryside, let me tell you, driving is essential. It's a must. And yeah, even the motorways don't scare me anymore because, like, you know, when you're, it's like you know, like in life, when you're used to it, then you get better and better, right? So let me share a relatable takeaway about this. So why am I sharing this again? Because maybe you have something right now you're afraid of to start or something. Maybe it's a new skill, maybe a business or a lifestyle change that feels out of reach. Let this be your sign. So if I can do it, nervous, tired, or learning from scratch, that means you can too. So we grow by doing, right? So we get stronger by showing up even when we don't feel ready. So that's my story for today. I'm beyond grateful for the chance to share my little driving story with you. So it's a small part of my journey, right? And still, there's a time that I would be wondering and say, "Oh, I'm grateful I got the chance to drive." I know it's so normal for everyone, like learning to drive. Oh yeah, that's easy, but like sometimes we forget. We just take things for granted, and for me, sometimes I realize I'm grateful and I'm lucky enough, right? Because not everyone drive, right? One of my partner's sisters don't even drive because she's scared, right? So, well, that's just her. So, but anyway, it gives you freedom, in short. So yeah. So if you've ever overcome something you thought you couldn't do, let me know in the comments. Drop a car emoji or share your own story, maybe. So yeah, and if you're ready to start your new journey, whether it's personal growth or a digital path like mine, just like comment, just comment ready, and I'll reach out. Or yeah, so we are all learning and evolving one chapter at a time. So that's my story today. And thank you, Ate Cherry, for tuning in. Thank you, thank you. I hope to catch up with the team soon. And yeah, enjoy the Friday. And I'll see you all tomorrow for day 56. And until then, have a great day. Bye, everyone.